morning, Mr. Perez.
Ya, señor Pérez.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
How's jail?
¿Está la cárcel?
No.
Not real good.
You know, the only thing that we want
Queremos,
is we want our public
queremos
safe. We want our streets to be safe.
calles que
We want our citizens to be safe.
estén
And when you become a public danger, we have only one place for you. And the problem that I have here, Mr. Perez, is since
Pérez, es
22, you have picked up an assault of a family member. You've picked up a second assault of a family member, so that was a felony. You picked up a felony theft in, I guess, August of this year.
este año.
And now,
Y ahora
a month later, you pick up a DWI.
te dan uno.
So in the short span of about a year and a half, you've picked up 4 different cases, 2 of those being felonies. You are now sitting in custody. Your bond is set at $1,000, where literally it would only take $150 for someone to pony up to get you out. And you have no one to pay that money.
Judge, if I may.
Please.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Perez, he's been living in the United States since 2009. He's been living in Houston, Texas since 2018. He's got a 6-year-old daughter here in the US. He was living with his daughter and his wife. His wife has also been living in Houston since 2018. He works in construction. He earns $1,000 every 15 days. He works for a contractor named Carlos Mendoza. He's been working for him for 3 years. I talked to the state about an offer in this case. The state was requesting a reset because they're waiting on BWC, they're waiting on a RIP and station video.
Everything.
Y video.
Pretty much everything. And I mean, the one thing I would say is that he does have support on the outside. There was some issues about whether he had a hold or not. We have confirmed with the clerk that he does not have a hold.
Solid. So the hold was lifted, huh?
Le quitaron.
Do you see that as well?
But his wife had gone to a bonds company who basically said, this is too risky to do. And that's why we wanted to go with the personal bond. But he does have support on the outside.
Are you a citizen of the United States, Mr. Perez? I'm do you?
I spoke with the clerk earlier who said there was a hold from
I
June.
show it was lifted 6/16/23. Oh, 23.
Yes, sir. I see an ice hold currently on our end as well, placed on September 15th.
I was looking at it. This must have been for the prior cases that the hold was lifted. But counsel. You can come out. Don't be shy.
I'm new here.
It's okay. Take it. I mean, she'll show you here that's. We were looking at a prior case, and in the prior case, the hold was lifted. You have to understand, Mr. Perez, if you want to be in this country and you're not here with permission, you have to have a halo over your head. And when you continue to pick up criminal cases, this is what happens. You now have an immigration detainer. You're unable to get out. And as soon as we're done with this case, they will ship you off to immigration. I was seriously considering on giving you a PR bond. I was going to give you a ton of conditions, but at this point, there's nothing that we can do
Judge, if I may.
to,
I spoke to Mr. Perez, and even if there was because I told him there's a possibility of a hold, I saw it on the system. If there is a hold, that still doesn't disqualify from a personal bond.
I know, but I don't want him to get shipped off to immigration and then deported. And I see it happen all too often, and that I think that in and of itself, that if it were to happen, it would harm him even more.
Yes, Your Honor, but if I may, I mean, just speaking for, so I was an immigration lawyer. I just started criminal defense, so I'm brand new to this world. But I will tell you that even if we wait the 30 days, even if this case is eventually dismissed, best case scenario, he's still going to ICE custody. That hold is not going to get lifted.
Then we can't resolve this case. If he gets deported, he's gonna have an open warrant. And even if he tries to, like, if he were to dispose of this case, however he can now, right, and he gets back to his home country, at that point, he can petition or apply to get back here. If he ends up getting deported and we have to issue a warrant for his arrest, he'll never even try to come back in because he'll have that open warrant and he'll never, ever be able to resolve it. You know, so
He would also qualify for an immigration bond if he goes to custody. So this would be one step out of two required to get him out of custody. I mean,
do this, speak with the family, see if they have the wherewithal to be able to post an immigration bond. Okay, if they do, then I'll give you the PR bond. But I'm telling you, he's going to be shipped off right to immigration. And in my opinion, I think that would end up hurting him more so because when he gets shipped off, I issue a warrant and that warrant's going to be out there for the rest of his life. He'll never come back. And he'll be unable to.
and then what would be the basis, just out of ignorance, what would be the basis for the warrant?
Because he's gone and we can't get him back.
So it'd be like a revocation of bond. That's not his fault. He's gone.
If you want to be in this country, behave yourself because there's serious consequences. I don't want to give you a PR bond now because if I do, it's very possible they ship you off to immigration. If that happens, I'm going to end up issuing a warrant for your arrest. I can't leave them on bond for the next 5 years. You know, it's nonsensical. I can't do that. So speak with them, see if they have the ability to post an immigration bond, let them know it's going to be, you know, $7,000, $10,000 and they'll have to pony it all up. If they can, then we can revisit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.